Alright, this is the I.S.U.P.K closing of unleavened bread class. So as you know, this is a Sabbath, as it tells you in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. So we're going to start off with the prayers. And then we're going to go into Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Alright, we're going to rise and we're going to face the east. We're going to start off with the prayers. We're going to start off in the Hebrew, then we're going to do it in the English. So the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abba Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak Waka, Kaba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nafoninawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kabawakinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kabawakinawa, Wala'a, Babayainawa, Banasayawan, Abor, Abashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Papa'ara, La'iwalamyam, Amen. Now in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. Now we're going to do the power structure of the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Baruch Hushah, Nafaninawa, Akak, Hakak, Yarapa'ah, Kalmakala, with Kalmadawa, Hakak, Lataha, Hamatazarayam, Hakak, Lahakpiam, Hamapiam, Hakak, Arakawaf, Hatama'alat, Lagarishan, Ba'asham Yahushai, Wala Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Give me 1 second. Alright, this is Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahayam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Ba'aratazah, Al-Yifan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yamawam, Shamaka, Ana, La'ah, Yadawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamah, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamaka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Valiyal, Yahweh, Yashamaka, Makalarai, Yashama, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashama, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mafa, Wa'ai, Iwalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved, he will keepeth thee, will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. The blessings. Barakah Yahweh, wa Yahushai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahayim, Mataza Biyah, Allah GEN.YAHANNA, Ha Alawapyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Katazayanyam, Ha Kalayanyam, Wa Akwafyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Fawada, Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Give me 1 second. Alright, Yahweh Shalom. In the case, blessed be ye, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, and death to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, and death to the heathen, and shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, and death to the Edomites and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, area nations, skinheads, Hospitality, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift death to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and destroy, cause the terrorists to come against America and destroy them in their strongholds. Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and kill all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming in the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. So as you know, we're going to go into the feast days scripture chapter, which is Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. So as you know, we read it in the Hebrew and the English. The reason we read it in the Hebrew is so our children will never forget their language, they'll never forget Hebrew. So every Sabbath, we go into the Hebrew. And give me a second, I'm just going to put the Hebrew right here. Give me a second, I'm going to just put it right here. Also, if you got any questions, just type them in and we'll get to those. So now we're going to read the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 23 and 1. Wayadabar Yahweh al-Mashah la'amar, verse 2. The bar al-Banya Sha'ala wa Amraf al-Ahayam Mawadya Yahweh Ashar for Koral Afam Makraya Kodash Alha Ham Mawaija, verse 3. Shashafar Yamayam for Aisha Malakah Wabayam Hashab Yaaya Shabaf Makora Kodash Kal Malakah La'ah for Aisha Shabaf Hawa'ah La Yaha Wayaha Bakal Mawashab for Yakam, verse 4. Alha Mawaidia Yahweh Makari I Kodash Ashar Fakara, Afam, Bama Waidam, Bakadash, Hara Ashan, Ba'a Rabbi Ayah, I.S.U.P.K, Lakadash, Banwa, Ha'irabyam, Pesach, Laya Yehawa, Mafa, I.S.U.P.K, Yawam, Lakadash, Haza'ah, Kagal, Hamtazach, Layahawa, Shabaifa, Yamayam, Martazawaf, Fa'aklab, verse 7, Banawam, Hara'ash, Makara'ah, Kodash, Yahawa, Lakam, Kala, Mala'ak, Ibadala'ah, for Aisha, and Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. So the Lord said to Moses, Speak unto the children of Israel, and proclaim these in their seasons. So this is why we're doing this right now, because this is in its season. So from the time of Moses, they was instructed to keep these feasts, and we're doing the same thing that our ancestors did. We're continuing in what they did. We're keeping the feasts. So today is the closing of unleavened bread. So that's what we're doing today. It's been a rough week, but today is the closing, and it says in the beginning of unleavened bread is a holy convocation, and after 7 days is another holy convocation. So it started last Sunday and it ends Sunday sundown. So we had a holy convocation last week. We're having a holy convocation today because we're doing exactly what our ancestors did. It says, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. So that's talking about the Sabbath day, which is what? Every Saturday. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. And holy convocation. So the 7th day is the holy convocation, and this is why on the Sabbath we have the Sabbath service, where we read the Hebrew, where we read the English, where brothers blow the shofar and so forth. Ye shall do no work therein, is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. So last week we was keeping the Lord's Passover, because when you read the top of this verse, the Lord instructed Moses to teach the children of Israel and say, These are my feasts which ye shall keep in their times. So we kept Passover on the 14th day of the first month at even in the evening. That means once the sun goes down. So that's when we keep the Passover. So we was doing the same thing Moses and our ancestors was doing. We kept the Passover the same way they did, because the Bible says you must keep these in all your generations. So as long as we exist, we have to keep the Lord's feast days, and that's why we do it. Verse 6, and on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread. So now, this is the feast that we're wrapping up, the feast of unleavened bread, which means what? You can't eat nothing with leavening, no yeast, no raisin agents, no puff pastries, all of those kind of things, because obviously it's bread which rises. The reason we can't do that is because when we was coming out of Egypt, we didn't have time to make our bread properly. We just had our kneading show, and we didn't get to put no yeast in to make it rise. We didn't get to bake it or whatnot. So we have to keep this to remember what our ancestors done. It's like a memorial. When they was running out of Egypt, they had to leave in a hurry, so they didn't get time to make their bread properly. So we need to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread in memory of that. And it seems like we're the only ones who keep it. Everyone else who holds this book and claims to follow the Bible, they don't keep these feasts. We're the only ones who keep these feasts. And this is why when you say to people, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, they look at you like you're crazy. They don't understand what you're talking about. They don't have a clue because they don't follow the Bible, but we do. And I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. And this is why it's the home of the truth. Because we keep all the Lord's feast days. Every last one you see in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, we keep it, man. And we honor our ancestors, and we honor the Lord, and the Lord says to us, what? Keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Even though it's hard, we still do it, man. Even though you have to check the packaging on everything, we still do it. Sometimes we'll go home if we can't find what we want, man. So for that whole week, we're walking around, it's UPK style, man, for the whole week to be walking around, looking at every ingredient, seeing what it's got in there, people looking at you like you're crazy. We're the only ones who do that, man, because we're the only ones who's in the truth, we're the only ones who's serving the Lord. On the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread unto the Lord. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. So for 7 days, you have to eat a piece of unleavened bread, man. You must eat it for 7 days. So for 7 days, you have to eat that bread. And what happens is, first it starts off tasting nice. Then after day 3, it gets repetitive, and you're like, oh, how much longer do I have to eat this unleavened bread for? But you have to eat it for up to 7 days, man. So we eat this unleavened bread for 7 days. And this is where we now, we're in the 7th day right now. We're getting ready to close it out. It says, you must eat unleavened bread. In the first day, ye shall have a holy convocation. So it says, in the first day, you shall have a holy convocation. And you know what the first day was? The first day was last Sunday. So we had that holy convocation last Sunday. Give me a second, I'll just pull up in here. So it says, in the first day, ye shall have a holy convocation. And the first day was when? Last week, when we had a holy convocation. It says, ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day is the holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. And it says, the 7th day is an holy convocation also. So that's today, which is an holy convocation. And this is why we're keeping it, man. But I'm going to go back into the Hebrew. I'm going to go to verse 8. Give me 1 second. Let's pull it up in here. Leviticus chapter 23 and 8 in the Hebrew. What Ashar La Yahweh Shabbat Yamayam Bayawam Hashab Ya'aya Makra'ah Kodash Kala Ma'alakaf I Badar La'ah Waya the bar Yahweh Al Masha La Amar the bar Al Banya Yasha'ala Wa Amraf Alham Kaya Faba'an Al Ha'aratazah, Asha, Anya, Nafan Lakam, Waqatazafam, Afa, Qatazayuraf, Wahaba'afan, Afa, Aimar, Ra'ashaf, Qatazaya Rakam, Al, Hakahan, Wahanya, Afa, Ha'aima, La Panya, Yahweh, La Ratazar, Nakam, Mamakaraf, Hashabaf, Yan Yapan, Hakaha, wa Aisha Yafam, Bayawam, Hanyapakam, Afar, Ha'aima, Kabash, Famayam, Ban, Shanafra, La Ayla, La Yahweh, Wamanak, Fawa, Shanya, Aisha Ranyam, Salah, Balawallah, Basham, Ashar, La Yahweh, Rayak, Nayak, once a car, one, Ra'ab Yaif, Hahayam, Leviticus chapter 23 and Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 9 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, and said to them, when ye come into the land, which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. So now this is talk going into the feast of first fruits. Also, the feast of first fruits is what? 50 days after the Passover. So you count 7 Sabbaths. So 7 Sabbaths from now, that's when the next feast day is, which is what? The feast of first fruits. So make sure you're coming down to that, because we're also going to be keeping the feast of first fruits. Give me a second, let me just get the book of Judges, chapter 5 and verse 11. Give me 1 second. So it says, this is the book of Judges, chapter 5 and verse 11. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. So now, we here rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, man. What's righteousness? Keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We rehearsing them acts right now when we keep the Passover, when we keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, when we keep everything that the Lord tells us to keep, man. That's us rehearsing these righteous acts. The Lord told us by the place of drawing archers in slavery, man. Wherever we are, we must keep these feasts, man. We must keep these feasts no matter where we are, no matter where we go. Keep them everywhere, man. And it's a righteous thing to rehearse righteous acts. Because you see the things that we do right now, it's a shadow of things to come, man. The things that we're doing right now, we're going to be doing these same things in the kingdom. So people that don't like to do it now, guess what's going to happen? They ain't going to like to do it when your house shall return, but then what's going to happen? They're going to get put to death, man. Because these things is law, to keep God's laws, and we rehearsing these righteous acts. So when your house shall return, we're near enough all the way there, man. We know what we're doing, what's right, what's wrong. And it's been a rough week. Obviously, everybody's hungry because you don't understand how much bread you eat until it comes to the Feast of Unleavened Bread, man. Until you're looking at all the labels, seeing what's got leaven in there, what don't have leaven in there, and so forth. You don't know how much bread you eat, man, until times like this come around. Give me a second. Let me just pull up the whole scripture and see what it is. All right, we'll go to 1 Corinthians. Give me a second. This is in the New Testament. First Corinthians chapter 5 and verse. Let me see where we're going. Book of First Corinthians. Let me see. Let me see where we start. So First Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7 says, "Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump." And that's what you need to do, man. Purge out the old leaven. You see that old man, the old man that was no good. Purge him out, man. Do that, man. Purge out the old leaven. Also with the schoolmen, people that ain't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. What's going to happen? They're going to be purged out. Because if they stay, people who are unrighteous in the school, you know what's going to stay. You know what's going to happen? If they stay, their unrighteousness is going to rub on everybody else, man. What does leaven do? Leaven causes things to rise. They're going to leaven on everybody else, man. Let me read verse 7. "Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump." And this is what you need to be, a new lump, man. You kept the feast of unleavened bread. Listen, the feast of unleavened bread is it's a rough one. So if you can do that, if you can keep the feast of unleavened bread, that means if you're a sister, you got enough willpower to keep your legs closed. If you're a brother, you got enough willpower not to sleep with whores. You got enough power not to take drugs. You got enough power not to break God's laws, man. If you can keep these feasts of unleavened bread, it means you can keep all these other laws in the Bible, man. The reason most people don't keep them is because they don't want to. It's not that they couldn't do any better, they just didn't want to, man. If you can keep the feast of unleavened bread, you can keep everything, man. Give me a second. "Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened, for even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us." So Yahushua was sacrificed for us, man. He died for us around this time about a week ago, man. We was keeping the Passover. Yahushua is our Passover, man. Meaning what? He died for us when we were supposed to die. All the wickedness that we did, Yahushua paid the price for it, man. All them whores that you slept with, someone had to die for that. All them drugs that you sold, someone had to die for that. And you should have died for all them drugs you sold. You should have died for all them whores you slept with. But guess what? Your big brother Yahushua said, "You know what? I'll die for him. I'll give him a chance to change his life." He said, "You know what? I'll take this punishment for him if it's going to get him to change his life." So Yahushua died, which means what? He died, which means what? You ain't supposed to sell drugs no more, man. You ain't supposed to be doing all manner of evil that you was doing before. Because you're supposed to be dead for all that. You're meant to be dead for all that, but your big brother paid the price and said, "You know what? I'll take his place, man. Kill me instead of killing him. And hopefully that will give him a second chance at life." It would be like this. It would be like someone takes a life sentence in jail for you for what you've done. Now, if you honored that, if you respected that person, what you would do is be like, "You know what? He's doing the life sentence when I'm supposed to be doing it. I'm not going to do what I was doing no more because I'm supposed to be in jail. I'm going to keep my nose clean." That's what you need to be doing. All the whores you slept with, Yahushua got strung up in the cross for that, man. For you to not to deal with them no more. For you not to sleep with them no more. For you not to be a drug dealer no more. Now, if you just continue to be a drug dealer, you continue to be still be evil, what's going to happen? When he returns, you're going to die for what you should have died for in the beginning. Him dying on the cross was to give you a second chance of life, man. Because you should be dead right now. Let me just quickly pull up the next scripture. We're going to go to the book of Ephesians. The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. says that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man. You need to put off the old man. Know who the old man is. The old man is what? Who you was before the truth, man. That's the old man, put him away. The old man used to be a drug dealer. The old man used to be a criminal. The old man used to be a stick-up kid. You put off the old man, man. That man needs to die, man, and you need to bring forth a new man. In order for you to be someone new, the old man has to die. You ain't somebody new if you're still doing the same things as the old man. If you're still doing the same things as the old man is very alive. You need to kill the old man because Yahushua has got beef with the old man, man. That old man needs to die. So when Yahushua returns, you don't see the old man don't exist. But if the old man's still here when Yahushua returns, guess what's going to happen? Yahushua is going to put him to death, man. You need to be a new man that don't sin no more, don't smoke weed no more, that ain't a dope boy no more. That's the new man, whereas the old man needs to get high. The old man needs to do anything but right in his own eyes. Be a new man who doesn't get high, who don't do anything wrong, who keeps God's laws, who gets in the I.S.U.P.K, who comes to class. Be that man, put on that. That's the new man. Let me read on. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt, according to the deceitful lusts. The old man's corrupt, man. The old man's full of deceitful lust. The old man lusts for evil things, man. The old man lusts for other men's wives, lusts for weed, lusts for drugs. That's the old man. Put that man off, because that man deserves to die. You need to kill that man by becoming a new man. And that's what it talks about by being born again. When that old man dies, a new man's raised up, man. You're born again as a new person. You're no longer that person you was in the world. You're a new person now. Let me read on. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, man. Have a new outlook on life, man. Be in this truth. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind, man. Put on a new spirit, man. Put on the spirit of the Lord. Don't have that same old spirit and that same old vibe and that same old evilness. Be a new man that's fresh, that's new, that's got a new spirit. And that ye put on the new man. It says, and that ye put on the new man. So now, once you take off that old man, what's the old man? A lustful, a sinner, wicked, evil, a demon. That's the old man. Now, once you take off the old man, you need to put on the new man. And who's the new man? The new man is righteous. The new man serves God. The new man don't smoke weed. The new man keeps the Most High's feast days. The new man attends class. The new man teaches classes. Then you put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. So the new man is created in righteousness. Whereas the old man, you was just what? Created by your parents. You walked after the flesh. Now you have to be a new man that walks after the spirit, man. Be a new man that walks after the spirit. The old man walked after the flesh. Be a new man that walks after the spirit. What's walking after the spirit? Walking after the spirit is what? Doing what the Lord requires you to do. Not eating pork, not eating shrimp, not eating crab, not eating lobster. That's the new man. The new man is what? Keeping the feast of unleavened bread. Whereas the old man couldn't care less. The old man eats anything he wants, anything he likes. You get the point? So that's what we're talking about, man. Also another thing. This world don't understand us, man. And this is why this world understands the Muslims. That's why they have what is suitable, is halal, suitable for Muslims. They have what this is suitable for vegetarians, but they don't have things which says it's suitable for Hebrew Israelites, man. In our kingdom, it's going to say that. But we build in the kingdom on the earth. Let me give you an example of how we build in the kingdom. At the Passover last year, man, there was so much Hebrews in there. They took the pork off the menu. No word of a lie. Ask anyone who was in Yonkers last year. They took the pork off the menu, man, because so much righteous Israelites is in there that don't eat pork. And that's what we have to be like now. If we keep keeping the Lord's feast days, then guess what's going to happen? Leaven's not going to be in sight when it's time to keep the feast of unleavened bread. And also, once the sun goes down, you can put the leaven back in your house, because obviously the feast of unleavened bread is over. So you can go back to what? Eating what you would have been eating before. And when I say eating what you would have been eating before, I'm speaking to Israel Hebrews that know the truth. So you know I'm not talking about pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Same way I'm talking is how Paul used to speak. What Christians misinterpret what Paul was saying when Paul was saying all things is lawful. obviously Paul's speaking to people who know the law, and he went speaking to people that is outside of the truth that don't know the law. So once the sun goes down, you can bring the leaven back into your house and so forth, and go back to eating your pizzas and your burgers and whatnot. It's been a rough week, man, and clap it up, man. Everyone's done a well done, man. I see people looking through the list and so forth, man. Seeing what's got leavening. We had a list on Facebook of what you can't have, of what you can have, and so forth. And each year we get better with it, man. And like the Bible says in Judges 5:11, rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. And we've been rehearsing them righteous acts. And just keep it up, man. And also remember, we have classes here. We got class here tomorrow, Monday, the history class. We got class here Wednesday, the law class. We got class here Thursday, the scripture breakdown class. And big up to all the UPK, man, and all the brothers that's in the truth, that's rocking and rolling, man. That's keeping this thing going, man. That's rehearsing the righteous acts of their ancestors. That's standing this truth, man. That's fighting for a cause, man. That's fighting to establish our kingdom. In our kingdom, we ain't gonna have to go into the shop and be like, I wonder if this has got leaven in, I wonder if this has got yeast in. Because everybody's gonna be keeping the laws, and yeast is gonna be put out of our land, and during that time there's gonna be no yeast products. So you ain't even gonna have to have the magnifying glass like this and so forth. And with that, we're gonna do we're open the time, so we're gonna do the prayers, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, man. Read that, the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abba Nawar, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakroka, Baba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'aratiza, Kawal, Haya, Bashamayim, Nafandanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kabawafinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'a, Fabiyainawa, Babisayawan, Abor, Arshainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalapa, Waha'ala, Waha'ara, La'ayawayamyam, Aman, in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. Now we're going to do the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wabbushah, Nafandanawa, Haka, Larpa'a, Kalmakala, Wakalmadawa, Haka, Lataha, Hamatazarayam, Haka, Lahakuyam, Hamafiam, Haka, Arakawaf, Hakama'ala, Lagarishan, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wada Aman. In the English, what we just said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. The blessings. Barak for Yahweh, wa Yahushai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahayim, Nataza Bi'ah, Allah GEN.YAHANNA, Ha Allah Ha Saranyam, Ha Kutizayanyam, Ha Kalayanyam, wa Akwafiam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wala Aman. In the English, bless ye Yahweh and Yahushai and Michael and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 129 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahayam, Mahayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Shemayim, Wa'aratiza, Al-Yafan, Lamawat, Regalta, Al-Yanawam, Shemata, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayishan, Shalamam, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemata, Yahweh, Tazalta, Al-Yad, Yanyanka, Yamamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakat, Yakka, Wayabrak, Balayila, Yahweh, Yashamata, Makalarai, Yashama, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashama, Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aifa, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved, he that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. And with that, we're going to do the blessings. Barak Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahayam, Bataza Bi'ah, Allah Yohanna, Ha Alawafiam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kutazayanyam, Ha Kaliyanyam, Wa Akwafiam, Yahweh, Wa Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Fuada, Amen. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Yes, these are the curses. Blessed be Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction and death to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction and death to the heathen, and shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction and death to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan nations, skinheads, Hospitality, gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, home of the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift death to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and destroy, cause the terrorists to come against America and destroy them in their strongholds. Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists. Let Yahushai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and kill all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming in the name of Yahushai. Thank you always. So be it. And we're going to do the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Barak, Tanara, Bayasha Allah, Wahab, Bayah, Sopariam, Barak, Rapah, Madan, Hadan, all Israel, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wala Aman. What we just said was, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushai. Thank you so much. All right, and that brings us to the end of the close of unleavened. So once the sun goes down, you can bring your leaven back in your house that you can't do and whatnot. You can bring it all back in, and then yeah, and we'll see you here Monday. We'll see you on Wednesday, Thursday. All right, Shalom Israel. Yahweh.